prophecy. Bring her home, and you promised me something, brother. Kill them all.
If you take any action to leave the cities, you will be stripped from the order.
I have no choice.
One of your own has broken his sacred vow. You will find him dead or alive.
They bred a new army.
He'll come after me. He'll come after you.
That's something I'm absolutely counting on.
You know, when I first read the script, I found it to be a real fun, character-driven piece. You know, it engaged you, and then meeting Scott, it was pretty clear, you know, that that he had an epic vision for how this film was going to be. He was very clear about the look and feel of this movie, and you know, this sort of combination that he was putting together, a combination of genres that I don't think's quite been done before. You know, it's sort of this post-apocalyptic sort of, you know, sci-fi, you know, western slash, you know, horror, vampire.
What are you?
Church teaches us that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and that since vampire evolved without eyes, it is a soulless creature to be eradicated. But I have seen the soul of the vampire, and let me tell you, it is far more pure than that of any man.
For so long it's been, I mean, because we keep saying that, you know, they live in this small town that's not being protected by the church, but at the same time, at least in our lifetimes, there hasn't been any problem, so we don't really need protection, so everything is very innocent.
The area outside the city is very much like a wasteland, and every man for himself, and you've got to cultivate your natural surroundings in order to make a living and live. And then in the cities, it's very industrial and like steampunk and modernistic. So it's very huge contrast between the two worlds that live at the same time, that are unaware really of how the other lives. And when the vampires are thrown into it and the new breed come and kidnap me and this whole journey starts, it takes you somewhere else completely, and this new world is brought in, which is, again, it shocks everyone, especially when, you know, the ordained higher beings, you know, Christopher Plummer's character, he doesn't want to believe that they've come back, because how could that be? We've been fine for so long, because no one wants their world to be shook.
That prayer in the end was something where she, it was a few things. It was one, trying to draw from her internal faith. It was, like you said, it was penitent, of course, and on top of that, it was also to priest. It was, you know, they're so connected, and because, I mean, it was one of the reasons the church found them. They have these heightened abilities, and I think that she sort of understood that he needed her. The revelation, I think, is a little bit more for priest, where he's just not going to do it anymore. He just he doesn't want to believe anymore, and he wants to go against, you know, everything that he's known. And priestess is the character that reminds him that he doesn't have to do that. You know, you can still have faith without the institution, and you know, our faith is our own. It's something that's internal, you know, and I think that that is so true in every sense of the word. And so she, I think, is battling to remain sort of, you know, strong in her heart and her head.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Your words mean nothing to me, priest.
For thou art with me. The church won't let him go and save her, so he has to defy the church, and the church says to go against the church is to go against God. And I think during the movie he realizes that is not true. Going against the church is just going against the church, and that his relationship with God is okay. He is despised by the people that he once protected. And you know, yes, he wants to go and save Lily, but it's also affording him this opportunity to be useful again and do the thing that his hands were made to do, which is kick ass.
Did you find her? I couldn't get close. They took her to the front.
One of those areas where I feel is best left up to audience interpretation. I would hate to define it for someone because, you know, there's probably a lot more open to interpretation than maybe even my point of view. Like, you know, people can go and listen to a piece of music or watch a movie and draw their own conclusions from it. And this film, there's a lot in there. And you know, it's a fun roller coaster ride. You know, really, I think Priest is like a stick of dynamite. You know, that once that fuse is lit, it doesn't stop.